Alright YouTube, in this video I'm not going to show you how I have created this advanced and accordion. So I'm just going to show you how I did this. So if you're looking for the code, how to create it from scratch, I have already created it and uploaded it over here. So this is the video which this is 30 minutes long. I have created from scratch. So what it basically does is, if you click on software, the data related to software comes up. If you click on responsive web design, the data related to web design comes up. No big deal, isn't it? So the main problem here we will be facing will be on the mobile. If you click on inspect and get into the mobile version, so if you click on digital signature, or if you click on software development, what happens is, whatever data coming just below here, that data will be coming just below the responsive. Even if I click on software development, what happens is the data related to software development comes below the responsive web design. If I click on digital signature, the data related to digital signature shows up at the bottom, not just below the relevant relevant feature box. So what I did is, in this video which I have already uploaded, what I did is, if you click on digital signature, the data related to digital signature shows just below it on mobile. And on desktop, you see, desktop it's working fine, desktop is normal, but on the mobile there would be problems. So if you click on software development, the data related to software development comes just below the feature box. The same way, the data related to responsive web design comes just below the responsive web design, not at the extreme bottom. So in this video, what I have done is, I have done a little modification. That modification you can see. I click on digital signature, you see there is two tabs over here, class 1 and class 2. The same tab is also available on mobile version. In the mobile version, you can see the tab is showing up just below the feature box. So if you download any third-party plugin like Bootstrap or jQuery Accordion, what happens is, if you click on digital signature, it will show at the bottom, but the thing is, it will give problem on the desktop. I have solved it. The problem was in Bootstrap plugin, so I have solved it and I have created this from scratch. So what I did is, I'm just going to show, I'm not going to explain how I'm just going to explain. I'm not going to show you how I have created it. Fine. Now if you see, there is a div just below the digital signature, and there is a div just below the software development, and there is a div just below the responsive web design. Whenever I click on the, let's see on the desktop version, whenever I click, there's a div with content. So that div content will be copied and it will be pasted on the blank div. So let me show you. If you see here, show only mobile second, so this div is blank at present. So if I click here, you'll see this div is populated with data. How it is coming from? It is coming from simply from the desktop version. So in the desktop version, I have already done this. It is hard coded on the desktop version, but in the mobile version, whenever I click, this blank div will be populated with the data from the hard coded value. Fine. Now the additional part, apart from this video, here I have added the tab, which was little tricky, but I did it. So what I did is, the same way, if you click on digital signature, whatever data is in this hard coded div will be copied and pasted on the blank div. First, that is done. So the second thing is, there would be a problem, which is, once you click, there won't be, when I'm clicking on the tabs, these tabs won't be working because we need to run the function on this click again. So that won't be much clear. Let me explain you once again. If I click on the digital signature on the mobile version, what happens is, the hard coded value will be copied and pasted on the blank div. So the hard coded value is pasted on the blank div only. Now we want the JavaScript to run. What is the use of JavaScript here? So if I click on class 1 and class 2, the data relevant to the class 1 and class 2 shows up. And we want the relevant div to show up on JavaScript. So when I click on this button, I want the function. I will write another function, the similar function which does this code. The same function I'm going to write it, and I'm going to run this on button click, and that's it. I'll leave the source code in the description. If you want the full tutorial, this is a full tutorial which is 30 minutes long, and you see this is just a 5 minutes intro video. Fine.